This e-lecture is part of Pearson's Professional Development Series for first-year writing instructors.
Hi, I'm Susan Bachman.
And I'm Melinda Barth, and we are co-authors of Between Worlds, a reader, rhetoric, and handbook for freshman composition.
We are focusing this presentation on a classroom activity, a debate between two readings, an activity that helps sharpen students' critical thinking skills, engages even quiet students, and leaves most students applauding each other and asking for more debates.
If the debate is organized and moderated effectively, the students become spokespersons for the two authors, and the professor is in the enviable position of calling on enthusiastic hands, giving students credit for their involvement, and interjecting only when needed, if students stray off topic or miss a key point of the argument.
A few simple guidelines will ensure that the debate provokes students' thoughts and reflection, rather than personal attacks. We want students to finish the debate feeling good about their performance and about their classmates' attitudes too, and above all, learning from each other.
The debate consists of students making the author's points and then giving the page and paragraph number before they read a key line or two to support the author's theses and explanations.
All ideas, points, and illustrations should come from the essays and not from the students' personal experiences. Occasionally, an instructor might need to remind students to stick to the author's examples. This keeps the debate on topic and grounded in the essays, and it also prevents hurt feelings.
It's important to assign two readings that represent opposed viewpoints, and it's a plus if one author actually addresses or alludes to the other, so that their arguments are clearly focused on the same topic. In the latest edition of Between Worlds, we have a new chapter, Between Points of View, that includes several paired essays, ideal for this debate.
When assigning the two readings, we also ask students to type up 5 strengths and 5 weaknesses of each argument, with an example and paragraph number to illustrate each. Students need to know that during the debate, they may be defending either argument, not necessarily the one they prefer, so they should stay open to both authors' ideas. But we give them an opportunity before the debate begins to write a brief journal entry clarifying their position on the author's arguments. It's fun afterwards to see if the debate changes any views.
On the day of the debate, if a class has 30 students, the instructor has them count off by 6, so each group has about 4 or 5 students. Groups 1 through 3 are assigned one essay, and they meet in small groups on one side of the room to prepare their defense and to anticipate criticism, while groups 4 through 6 do the same for the opposing essay. This is the first time that the students learn which of the two essays they will represent in the debate. It's an ideal time for students in each small group to share their preparations and to read key passages aloud, while the instructor goes around and gives students credit for their typed lists of strengths and weaknesses.
Students should be reminded that it is in their group's best interest to make sure that everybody in their group is well prepared, because the instructor will call on the raised hand of someone who hasn't yet spoken rather than someone who has. Students won't want to have any weak links or underprepared students on their side. The entire debate is a team effort.
While they're sharing strategies and quoted material from the text, one group from each side should be asked to determine the author's thesis and to have someone from their group share that thesis as the debate begins. Whenever an individual speaks for the first time, the instructor gives that student credit. The goal is to get every student to express some idea and words from the text.
When the small groups have had about 30 minutes to prepare and are ready to debate, the 3 small groups on each side of the room merge and line up desks side by side on opposite sides of the room, facing each other.
The debate begins with the student from one side and then from the other, articulating what the group has decided is each author's thesis or main assertion.
Students should be told that during the debate, the instructor will call on a raised hand from one side and then from the other, or sometimes 2 in a row from one side and 2 in a row from the other, if it is necessary to further explain an idea or allow students to address certain points.
Before the debate concludes, the instructor should make sure that everyone has had an opportunity to contribute an idea from the essay. Then someone from each side can offer a closing comment, and students can give themselves a big hand.
In the next class session, we ask students to look at their initial journal entry that clarified their own position on the arguments, whether they mostly agreed with one author or the other, and whether their position has changed after the debate.
Students can use this debate as a preparation to write an evaluative response of either essay, an argument using details from both essays, or a comparison-contrast of the points and the styles of the writers.
And we would expect that your students, too, might echo our students' following comments. The debate was a fun way to learn. I was surprised that I changed my opinions after our debate, and I loved the debate because everybody got into it.
We hope that your students also get into it and get lots out of this debate between two authors. When you discover ideal essays to pair, we'd like to hear from you. Thanks for listening.
For additional e-lectures, visit Pearson's professional development site for first-year writing instructors at www.pearsonhighered.com/compro.